Hey everyone, this is Brian McCarthy with my video discussing how I'm conducting research and how things are going so far. I got to say, first, it is great to be able to take my mask off at work. It's a great break. So I did learn a lesson pretty early in organizing my research articles for the paper, as I was using my computer at home, kind of doing as was suggested, just keeping files and organizing them, in different folders depending on the topic. And then, of course, being mobile, I was at work when I sat down to actually write the paper and didn't have that, so I had to get my wife to email me some files. So lesson learned, saving them to a PDF and organizing them, kind of along with the rest of my work stuff in Google Drive, so that I can access them from everywhere. So that was a good lesson that I learned. Some takeaways from the readings and the articles and going through the research process myself. First, I hadn't heard of or used Google Scholar before, so that was pretty cool to be introduced to a new resource. In addition to the awesome features of the Forsyth library, which I'll say I learned a new one. So I wish I had this, in the beginning of this Ed Specialist program. Um, the automatic cite, somehow I missed that. So as I was collecting articles, I didn't know that there was the cite feature right there in the search on Fort Hayes's resource. So that was great. That was great to learn that. Made it a lot more efficient. Also, it was cool to learn what it means for an article to be peer reviewed. I definitely learned and have always known the importance of, um, you know, thinking about and considering the quality of a source and being able to trust peer reviewed journals, peer reviewed articles. But I kind of was doing so blindly. So it was really nice to see the video and read a little bit about what it means for a document or a research work to be peer reviewed. So I found that beneficial too. Some things I kind of was surprised about, two things as I conducted this. First, the research that I was doing, um, man, some of it felt like a math equation. There was standard deviations, and it was a lot to process, especially at the end of a long working day. So it's kind of tough for me to take on topics that I'm super interested in, and then like go through and read the research in formats that just doesn't appeal to my learning style. So that's something that as next steps I'm going to have to get adjusted to and learn. So I was just surprised at how much kind of math there was in the breakdown of how the research was conducted. Something else that surprised me. So the topic that I wrote about for my comparing articles assignment was school choice. And I expected this, what I know just anecdotally from being in the profession and even speaking with people outside of education that I'm close with, is this is a controversial topic where there's definitely super strong opinions and beliefs on both sides. I was really surprised that, I mean, there wasn't clear data, there wasn't clear research on kind of documenting and proving that school choice is a good thing and benefits student achievement. Whereas there were clear examples of how it either doesn't improve student achievement I think that was in New York City, or there was a research study done in Louisiana where it demonstrated or showed evidence that it lowered student achievement. So I was just really surprised that a topic so controversial didn't have just a wealth of research on both sides, and that actually really had me thinking about, like, just in thinking of the times we're in, and it had me wondering and just kind of processing I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking, but the value of research. Like I want facts, I want evidence to convince me one way or another. But does the general public? I just feel like there's so many decisions made based on maybe persuasion rather than actually digging deep. So I certainly value research, but I just wonder, in society in general, how much is it valued? Those that really love and support school choice, for example, and I'm not saying that I don't or that I do, but what's that based on is just something that I'm wondering. So really piqued my curiosity, and I look forward to continuing to learn more about the resources available, learn more about research, and hopefully even moving to conduct my own sometime in the near future. Have a good night, everyone.